Really need to get those front tires where they'll bite and pull. And if they're kind of light on the nose up there, you're not going to get maximum traction. So I'm knocking a pretty good dent in this pile of pine pulpwood right here where I'm sitting at. You can see Kevin and them down below me down there building another deck and running up wood. Actually, Kevin's on the bulldozer right now, pushing a slot down another hill. There's Chad. Chad is doing a lot of maintenance. We kind of got behind on that. So this is that big hill that I filmed in a couple of different videos right here where they were pulling up it. Actually, I filmed like 3 different videos at the same time in one day. They were just filmed with different cameras and the drone and all that. And Chad has completely covered it with brush. You see all the brush there. That's what he does. We use that for, it's just like taking a hay bale or straw or something and scattering it over the places where we've pushed with the bulldozer, or skid a lot of stuff off and slicked it. It just keeps it from eroding is what it does, and it allows it to rot there on it. And so it's a win-win situation. That's what we do with the brush. There's Kevin. Kevin is in the bulldozer, like I just said, and Derek and Dad's over here helping drag to Kevin while Chad is doing that stuff. You can see them right there. There's Dad. He's coming up the new slot that Kevin just built right there, and you can see Derek there also. I'll holler at Derek on the radio right here. And there's Kevin. You see Kevin on the bulldozer down there, kind of at the bottom right of the thing. How far are you off that line over there now, Derek, down the hill? I said, how far are you off the line over there down that hill from where you're sitting at right there? You may not be able to hear him.
About 334 feet.
Okay, he just checked it. He's 334 feet from the...
And then laying across that is below the warehouse. Like another 40 acres long. It took out of this. They have going to put 50 acres in.
So as of this morning, we still liked about 21 acres right here, finishing it, and you can see, I'll back the drone on up. It's just kind of a straight strip right here. You see it on the left hand side of the screen right there. You can tell where the draw is right there, where the SMZ is. It's kind of that strip of pine is right straight in front of the drone right there right now. So maybe we can get this on gun finished up. You can see Derek, Kevin working that slot down right there. Drop the drone down just a little bit here. Kevin's in the shadows. When you're working this kind of ground, and the guys that work, on the East Coast up through there, West Virginia, all those places up through there, on up in the Northeast, and then out west out there, they understand and know the deal on this. You end up doing a lot of bulldozer work, cutting slots and making places where you can come up and down in different spots, and it's just kind of the nature of the beast to be able to keep working. I get asked about taking the processor, down there and actually working it. There's several problems with that. It's you still got to skid the wood, even though you're not skidding it with the tops in it. But it complicates things so much. Every now and then we will do that, but it kind of works out as a nightmare for us, because once Kevin processes it, you're working with all kind of different length stems in, and it's really hard for Kevin to try to bunch that stuff up for a skidder then to re-grab it and bring it up to me. Besides that, when you got to have fuel, it's a pain in the butt to deal with that, having to bring the machine up or if you have a breakdown while the machine's sitting down there, you don't have a road to get down there to it. And so it complicates things quite a bit. It's not as easy as just taking a machine and just setting it down there and running like that right there. We're better off pulling it like what we do right here, like Dad's pulling up, bringing wood up and up there to Kevin. And then oftentimes, like this right here, it's just going to be little spots is all it is. So you end up doing a lot of jumping around, and it's not really like a spot where you could just set in. Now, off the bottom of this hill down here below where we skidded several days there, that was a big area down there. We could have done it down there. But there again, it makes it a nightmare trying to re-grab the wood and then get it on up here to me. And oh, by the way, if whatever tops are out of the trees in that lightens the wood up, then it just gets replaced with more wood. So as far as the skidding goes, it still takes the same amount of time to do it. The only difference is you are pulling more wood, but it's the same pace as when you're pulling it with the tops in it. It takes the same amount of time to get the drags up, but it's just not feasible for us to do it like that very often. It's got to be the right situation for it to make that happen. I think what Derek's doing right there, he's heading right at the line right there now. He ought to be pretty close on it. I'm not moving the drone at all. I'm just zooming the camera is all I'm doing. The drone I fly is a DJI Mavic Zoom. The wind is really, really bad today. I'm actually sitting in my loader cab over here flying it from the loader cab. And I like the Mavic size drone because it's a powerful drone. It's not as big as the Phantom, and it's not as small as the Minis and all of them like that. And it does really good in the heavy wind like today. I mean, we're getting some pretty good gusts, and you notice it's not even moving or anything. It'll fight that wind. It does a very nice job doing that. Go back to zoom out on it. You can see Dad coming to view right there. The Tigercat machines do very good in the hills. Their front end weight is very nice, the way that their weight percentages are, because when you get in the hills, you've got to have the front end weight. That's the name of the game right there. Because when you grab the drag back there, you weight the back end, you got more than enough weight on the back end. And you really need to get those front tires where they'll bite and pull. And if they're kind of light on the nose up there, you're not going to get maximum traction. You can see Kevin right there. Still pushing. He's just going to slide it. You see he's carrying a load of dirt down with him too. A lot of sand up here in these hills. You see the pulls to the right of Kevin right there, what Derek has cut. He kind of cut Kevin out of kind of a trail to go by to get down in there. And Kevin will push it. He shouldn't like too much more being done, and the skidders will grab and they'll hit that slot right there where he's pushed at, and and come right on back up it. You can kind of see right there. Kind of a big picture of it all right there. I'm going to wrap it up. For some reason, this last clip didn't pick up the audio on it. That's flying back straight over Kevin. And then that's where I was loading. I ended up abandoning this pile and getting down there where Kevin was at to kind of help them out, keep some wood off them. You can see Chad kind of distributing this brush on this skid trail. See what he's doing? He's just kind of letting it gradually come out of his grapple. And then we're just going to kind of make a loop out there here. If I remember, that's what I did on this while I was filming it there yesterday. You can see our motor grader sitting over here on the right. There's, like I said a while ago in the video, there's a lot of sand up in here in this ground. When you're running in that sand like that, it makes things pretty difficult. That's one of the reasons why we're pulling trucks right now with the bulldozer, is there's enough sand in it, or there's clay mixed sand, to where it's not, you don't really notice it too bad, but when you start to try to pull or anything, it'll want to try to come out from underneath you. And so a truck, even if he locks his power dividers in and he tries to slip off the clutch very, very easy, it'll crow hop on you. And if that thing crow hops, you're fixing to explode something on one of the rear ends. The skidder is kind of the same way. It won't really crow hop, but the ground will come out from underneath it really quick. So we just take the bulldozer and go ahead and hook to it and bring them on up to the top of the hill. But so we're just about done here on this job. We'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.